Try walking in my shoes. Try walking in my shoes. You'll stumble in my footsteps.
Good morning, people. Right, just left Cookley and today we're off to Wolverhampton, just south of there, but still part of Wolverhampton. Another Brit stops. 13-mile walk for me. It's quite a windy bit of canal this, so if I walked in a direct route I'm sure it'd only be about 10, but we're going the long way round along the canal. It's a very nice day. It's sunny. It's going to be sunny today, but it's very windy, so I've got my big camera out, I've got my tripod on the bottom. I'm going to have to carry you all day, so come with me. So there's a lot of twigs and branches on the path today because of the wind, but last night we had a big crash on top of the motorhome, and I thought something had just fallen off the bedside table next to me, so we're half asleep. But no, Mazzy was insisting it was from outside. She didn't know if someone had thrown something at us or what, so we were a little bit scared. So Mazzy went out to check on it and it must have been a branch, all I could think of, but quite scary really. Don't park under trees, that's my advice, Mazzy, if you're listening. So as you can see, we're back on the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal, I think. Either that or the River Stour, I don't know where we are. This is definitely the canal walkway. Yeah, there's the River Stour just there. Just trying to get my bearings, because yesterday the River Stour was at that side of the canal and now it's at that side. Just keeps intertwining. It's ridiculous. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful, yet cold, windy day. So it's the 9th of February today, the 10th tomorrow, which is Mazzys' birthday. And I'm feeling really bad about it because I've got her nothing, not even a card. I can't take her anywhere. It's really frustrating. I can't pass any shops to buy her anything. Even if I could, I haven't really got the money to get her anything. I'm feeling really, really like a really bad boyfriend today. So I think tomorrow I'm going to take off. It's up to Mazzy. I can take tomorrow off or the day after off. Well, I'd prefer it tomorrow, you know, to enjoy a birthday. It's either that or walk tomorrow morning, be finished by 12, 2 o'clock, have the rest of her birthday with her, and then, you know, if we have any drinks that day, we can recover and relax the next day. It's up to Mazzy. But yeah, I just feel so bad about it. Bless her. I'll just have to try and be really nice to her, won't I might cook her a meal. Yeah, some kind of burger or something. Beer burger, something like that. She'd like that. Oh no, I'm coming up to some geese and there's a right big one what looks hard with a load of kids. You just stay where you are, little git. This is the one I'm scared of. Stay there, I'm not going to do out. I'm going, yeah? Sorted, well done. So I've just had the text from Mazzy saying she's arrived safely, and she says that it looks quite nice there, which is good news. I always relax once I get that message from Mazzy. She hasn't even got it stuck on any grass or anything. She's just parked it legally, properly, and without any problems by the sound of it. So I can now relax and enjoy the rest of the walk. Okay, so we're coming into Kinver, the historic village. I wonder if we're going to see any plaques or anything about this place, because I've never heard of it. So we've got a bench here, and it's dedicated to a guy called Bill Carter, who used to love sitting here. And there's a nice little message here, basically thanking whoever is looking after the garden around it, because this family member, Joyce is his wife, who used to sit next to him. So his wife's still alive, but she lives 40 miles away, and she's basically saying, I can't keep up with the garden, but she's noticed somebody keeps tidying it up for her. So she's thanking them. And it does look very nice, very peaceful, very beautiful. It's a beautiful day now with the barges here. Beautiful beer garden there. I don't know if you can see all them benches there. And they belong to the pub there, which is the Vine. But the Vine, it's got a sign up saying food served all day. It's not open. Should that be allowed, really? So there must have been maybe 50 barges there, all lined up, and a lot of them have TV aerials. I've never seen that before. They're obviously moored up here for the winter. But yeah, this Kinver place, this is the problem. We don't actually pass through these places. When you're on the canal generally just goes to the side of every village and town. So we don't actually get to see inside it and see the history, but never mind. Still a beautiful towpath, beautiful place. We're getting quite a lot of this sandstone stuff again, and going into a tunnel. Dunsley Tunnel. Just checking out the moving average on my GPS. You know what it is today? You know when I got excited when I got up to 4 miles per hour? It's 4.5 miles per hour at the moment. And it's not just over a mile, that's over 4 miles, so it's a good average, a good indicator. 4.5 miles an hour? Wow, I'm really flying. I know old grannies who drive cars slower than that. So Stourport's where we've just come from, Wolverhampton's where we're going, and Stourbridge and Birmingham are up that way, which is another canal by the look of it. I don't know what that canal's called. I didn't know there was another canal coming off this canal, but this is the canal we're going on. The Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal. Well, this has been an incredible little stretch. There's nothing to film, nothing to talk about, there really isn't. But so peaceful. Nobody around. You've got, that must be the River Stour again there. The canal here, woodland, blue sky. Just silence. Not even any ducks. There's nothing. It's just me and a nice towpath, not muddy. Going well today. I've done about 5.5 miles so far, and haven't stopped yet. I haven't found a bench. I've been wanting to stop for the last mile and a half, sit down somewhere, but I've found nowhere to sit down. I want to sit down and just relax. I deserve it. Right, something really weird has just happened. I wish I'd have filmed it for you. I just had a wee, right? And I am not joking. Me wee was illuminous yellow. Proper illuminous yellow. You know, like in the army you get them sticks and you shake them and you snap them in half and they turn like bright illuminous yellow. It was just that colour. And the only thing I did differently yesterday is I had the biggest, what do you call it, mixed grill in history, and I had a vitamin tablet. Now, someone tell me, do vitamin tablets make you have illuminous yellow? Seriously illuminous. You could, if you'd have been in a dark cave, it'd have lit up. It was that illuminous. Unbelievable. I've never experienced that in my life. Illuminous wee. I should bottle that. I could sell that, couldn't I? Huge dog over there, look. Oh, 2 more up there. Not scared of you, not scared of you. You can't get me. So Mazzy's got me another drink today. Rubicon Spring Black Cherry Raspberry. It's very nice, Mazzy, but it's fizzy. It's fizzy, and I don't think fizzy's good for my tummy. Certainly when it's illuminous green wee. Anyway, it's very nice, thank you. I do appreciate it. People I'd like to thank today, we've got Anonymous, David Watson, Mr. M. Arnold, the Scholler family, Ken Wignall, Patricia Fargley, David Earl, Christopher Sebron, Steve Parkinson and Tyrion Carroll. Thank you all very much. So in the last 2 days we've raised another £45, which now means we've raised £8,275. for the Tom Appeal. So if you'd like to donate, there's a link in the description, Just Giving link. It tells you the story about Mazzy's dad having brain surgery and is now recovering at home. If you'd like to donate, there's a link in the description. Thank you very much. Another of these sinkhole things, I like these. I could sit and watch that all day long. Over there it looks like there's an open garden day. You've got like 50 people, all aged about 100, 105 years old, looking at plants. Can't think of anything more interesting to do on a Saturday, can you? Right, it's time for a viewer comment, and it's a friend of mine, Danny, Public Detective, that's his YouTube channel. He says, I love the Flat Earther comment, and we've not been to the moon speech. I think in the next video, you should clarify if you're a Flat Earther or not. Okay, Mr. Bamping, and everyone else who's interested. Are you ready for this? Okay, so firstly, I don't describe myself as a Flat Earther, okay? I would describe myself as an intelligent, non-gullible realist who doesn't believe everything that they tell us. Okay, I just want to get that out of the way. Now let's give you some hard evidence and facts. Now firstly, there's only 2% of the world who believe that the Earth is flat. But if you go back 100 years, that was like 50-50. People weren't sure. It's only since NASA was invented in 1958 that people have just accepted that the Earth is round, okay? So 100 years ago, half of the population thought it was flat. So you think people who think it's flat now are stupid? Back then it was quite the norm. Can we agree on one thing? That I'm stood still at the moment. Would you agree with that? I'm sure all 100% would agree that I'm stood still, yeah? Right. You 98% who believe the Earth is round, okay? You believe that the Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles per hour, yet we're still stood still. Surely we'd get affected in its balance a little bit, yeah? Now, if that ain't stupid enough, the Earth travels around the Sun at 67,000 miles per hour. Yet, we're still stood still. The Sun spins around in the Milky Way at 500,000 miles per hour. Yet, we're still stood still. And if you believe that we were created from a big bang, we are travelling away from that big bang. The Milky Way is travelling away from that big bang at 670 million miles per hour. Yet you still stood still. So, who's a nipple now? Who, in the right mind, would believe you could stand up when the Earth and the Milky Way are travelling at such ridiculous speeds and you think we won't fall over? Well, you've got better balance than I have, that's all I can say. How many of you 98% have actually ever seen a curve in the horizon? I can answer that for you. None. The only time a curve has ever been seen on the horizon is using a fisheye lens, such as a GoPro, which is the kind of lenses NASA used. How many of you ever seen water which isn't flat? None. And is it more rational to believe that the water is flat because the Earth is flat, or water is flat because there's this superpower which even Spider-Man hasn't got, called gravity, which pushes all the water down around a round ball, yet makes it look flat forever? Wake up, people. On a clear day, you can see the Statue of Liberty from 60 miles away, okay? If the Earth was round, from 60 miles away, the Statue of Liberty would be 2,000 feet over the horizon. You wouldn't be able to see it. Fact. Wake up again, people. So just take the map of the world, yeah? The map of Earth. The first 7 maps ever drawn of Earth were all of a flat Earth, okay? The first one was 1,000 years ago. Now, where, out of all the places in the world, where can you see that same map today? I'll tell you where. It's the emblem for the United Nations, and it shows the North Pole in the centre of the Earth, all the countries laid flat around it, and a white wall around it, which is Antarctica, which is a wall, which is a true wall, 150-foot high wall, ice wall. It's there. If you went to Antarctica, don't matter which part you attacked it from, there is a wall there. Now, on top of that, oh, I'm getting tired. On top of that, nobody is allowed to go to the Antarctica. You can go to the North Pole, but you can't go to the Antarctica. It's guarded. You can only go there by special permission on guided tours. So they guide you to where they want you to go and show you what they want you to see. Let's take another one. Satellites. Do you really believe there's thousands of satellites orbiting the round Earth? So satellites, do you know who invented satellites? Arthur C. Clarke. Have you ever heard of him? He's a science fiction writer. It's a sci-fi thing. It's like Doctor Who. Arthur C. Clarke invented them. 2 years later, America put one into space, apparently. Yep. Now there's thousands of them orbiting, but they never crash into each other. They never get damaged by space debris and stuff. They're just perfect. Why do you think you have to have your Sky box plugged in? You don't really think you're getting a signal from the sky, do you? And out of all them thousands of satellites, don't you think it's odd that we've never ever received one single image of the round Earth from any of them satellites, ever? And don't you think it's odd there's never been one picture of the round Earth, ever, which is a true picture? There's all the ones which have been done. I think there's been 8 which have been released by NASA. NASA have admitted every single one of them was photoshopped, saying it is impossible to show you the round Earth from space without photoshopping it. Someone from NASA said that. Round Earth. So Dan, what about all the stars in the sky and the sun and the moon? Well, the stars are just painted on by some kind of Rolf Harris guy who works for NASA. It's just a painting. The sun and the moon are much, much smaller than you would think, and much, much closer than we think. People say, you know, well, how come it goes from east to west over the horizon? It doesn't. It's going in a circular motion above us heads. And if you can imagine, we're like an ant farm. That's basically what we are. We're an ant farm. And if you have a light bulb above this huge ant farm, once the light bulb goes so far away, it is going to be dark. And you won't be able to see it. But it is just spinning around and around. There is no sky. So just to end this little topic, all I'm going to say is, I believe there is a civilization, whether it be from somewhere else or what, I've no idea. Nobody knows. Nobody will ever know, probably. There is higher beings than us. They're all looking down into this worm farm. We're all worms, very small worms, and they're just examining us. Why can't you get that through your heads? There is far more proof or far more reason to believe that the Earth is flat than it is round. For anyone who tells me it's round, give me some proof. There is no proof that the Earth is round, but there's lots of proof that the Earth is probably flat. So that's the end of that. I hope that answers your question, Danny. So yeah, as I said, I'm a very intelligent guy. Okay, I didn't do well in school. I wouldn't do well in an IQ test or a quiz. But that's just what you're brainwashed, you're taught. That's just brainwashing. That isn't being intelligent. Being intelligent is being part of 2% of the world who actually think for themselves. That's my views on the flat earth, and I hope it answered your question. 98% of you. As always, you can leave your comments below. Wow, I can go off on one when I know how to. I'm sorry. Supposed to be doing Land's End to John O'Groats walk here, and I'm nagging on about how 98% of you are idiots. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I apologise from the bottom of my heart. Thickos. This is turning into a much longer walk than I worked out last night. I thought it was, I think, 13 miles. It's going to be 15. At least 15. I don't know why, you know, I make the route out and I put the route going along the paths and things, but when I actually walk it, it's actually a lot further than the GPS first told me. Never mind. It just means I'm going to be there a little bit later for my Mazzy. I'm about to try this now, which Alan Tonk gave me yesterday. It's got chocolate chips on it, should be good. 271 calories, and they are really nice. Alan wasn't sure if I'd like these because I was saying I'm sick of cereal bars, but this is different. It's wet, it's moist and chocolatey and nutty. It's absolutely gorgeous, thank you. 271 calories, just what I need. So I'm on the main road now, or on the roads should I say, for the last 3 miles. Just stopped into a co-op. It's the only shop I've seen. Mazzy asked me if I see a shop, go in and get her some headphones, and they didn't have them at co-op. I didn't get anything. Really worried about this birthday thing, you know. I could have got her something in there. I know it would have been something really stupid and rubbish and cheap and crap, but I don't know, I could have maybe got her a loaf of bread or a pint of milk, just something to give her for her birthday. I've got nothing. Okay, I'm just about here, guys. 14.7 miles today. Said 13 when I set off. Anyway, we got here. Remember, it's Mazzys' birthday tomorrow, which will be now whilst you're watching it. So I'll be posting this video tomorrow. So please, in the comments, everybody, wish Mazzy a very, very happy birthday. And make sure you like this video, because I've noticed less people are clicking like on each video. And I don't believe for a second it's the videos are getting worse. I think it's just people are getting lazy. And the more clicks on like I get, the more views I get. The more views I get, the more income I get. So please click like. Thanks for watching today, guys. Quite a tough one that, so I'll be honest with you. I'll see you all tomorrow. No, I might not, I don't know. It depends on Mazzy. I don't know if there's a video tomorrow or not. Probably day off actually, but we'll see. See you next time. Goodbye. And don't forget, people, you can all leave your comments regarding the flat earthers and things like that. You can also leave your comments on whether you think I meant every word of what I said, or I was just trying to stir it up. Only I will know the answer to that. Only the intelligent people on that end will also know. I'm just clever. No one can ever work me out. You'll never know my views on anything, ever. So I hadn't even worked them out myself.
Try walking in my shoes. Try walking in my shoes. You'll stumble in my footsteps.